In today's news, governmental bodies are scrambling like mice to cheese to capitalise on this huge money-making opportunity that is cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin ETFs was just the beginning. As we can see from this scoop here from Ellen Leterrier, the Fox Business journalist, optimism about the SEC approving the Ethereum spot ETFs by May 23rd is waning, just a little over 2 months away from now. Based on the conversation that she has had, unsurprisingly enough, the staff at the SEC are not really engaging in any meaningful way, the same way they acted with the Bitcoin spot ETF application. So once more, the SEC are providing a lack of clarity, to which we can hear a little bit more about this in this interview with the SEC chairman himself, Gary Gensler. He spoke on Bloomberg yet again asked the question, is Ethereum a security? To which, as per usual, he completely avoided and dodged the question.
I do have to ask this question. Of course, we are now about 2 months into a world in which spot Bitcoin products exist. They have had incredible demand, more than $8 billion in inflows. Now the optimism is Ether spot ETFs are next. Do you not first have to settle the question as to whether Ether is a security or a commodity? Can you answer that first?
Well, Kaylee, again, on any one of these crypto tokens, it's about the facts and circumstances as to whether the investing public is anticipating a profit based on the efforts of others. But we do have filings in front of us. I'm not going to comment. I will say this is a highly speculative asset class. One could just look at the volatility of Bitcoin in the last few days. And look, I grew up loving roller coasters. Maybe in my adult years I don't ride them as much, but you really should be conscious as the investing public that this is a bit of a roller coaster ride on these volatile assets. And then the question is how firm is the foundation? You get to the top of that hill. How's the foundation underneath it? And are there cash flows or what's the use case? For thousands of these tokens, there's about 15 or 20,000 of them, they also may be securities because the investing public is relying on the efforts of some group of entrepreneurs in the middle of these projects.
And would you consider Ether as part of that group that may be securities?
I understand you're asking the question, but again, I'm going to defer on that question.
Ultimately, the SEC once more, they're doing everything in their power to delay the inevitable surge of crypto. They are still unsure themselves on how they're going to regulate cryptocurrencies. But as mentioned in this interview in front of the Senate, in front of the Congress from Janet Yellen, Congress must pass regulations to digital assets that are not securities. And which asset in the United States is the only one with regulatory clarity? Well, that would be XRP. So sooner or later, it's effectively inevitable that we will see regulations and ETFs come to XRP in the very near future. But as the US are scrambling like mice to cheese to try and get the regulations in place for crypto, the rest of the world are doing their due diligence to get ahead. Here we can see from the Crypto Hulk, breaking report, the Philippines are blocking unlicensed crypto, but not Ripple though.
Philippine government, they're blocking unlicensed crypto exchanges. Binance got blocked. This is what's going on. Philippines is going to be popping, okay? And the reason we know this is, let's look at this. There's a Ripple page, Team Ripple, talking about iRemit, which is a Ripple partner, the largest non-bank remittance service provider in the Philippines. It's all about Ripple. Philippines already knows. They go way back with XRP.
This, of course, is huge news, and just proof once more that, yes, Bitcoin ETFs have opened a gateway for other ETF applications for crypto in the future, and to allow institutional money to flood into crypto, sending Bitcoin and crypto to the moon. But the one laying the foundation behind the scenes, the one doing the dirty work, is Ripple and XRP. You think the Bitcoin ETFs wouldn't have been approved as soon as they had done if Ripple didn't win their lawsuit against the SEC? I'm not saying Bitcoin ETFs wouldn't have happened, but maybe not as soon as right now. It might have been a few years from now. Ripple has laid the foundation, and we can hear more about this here from Ripple Vice President James Wallace, who put the dent in the universe. Of course, it was Ripple.
Why Ripple was chosen from the National Bank as a partner in this quite ambitious project?
Yeah, well, firstly, we're very excited and proud to have been selected by the National Bank. It was quite a long process. I think we started talking to the team over 2 years ago. So there's been quite a long and thoughtful process. We took the time to really understand what the objectives were of this digital RE project. And it's a pilot, so it's
Absolutely.
I would call it an advanced experiment on the way towards some real system. So we took some time, and I think ultimately there's probably 2 or 3 reasons why, I think the reasons why we were selected. Firstly, is, ultimately we're a technology provider, and we have developed technology specifically for CBDC, using technology based on blockchain. That technology has been actually used for more than 10 years, so it's sort of lower risk from that perspective because it's been used. And then also we, as a company, Ripple is about 11 years old, which is not very old compared to the country of Georgia, but for a fintech, it's fairly well established, and we've been running payment systems globally for 10 years. Yeah, so I think the one is the technology. I mean, at the end of the day, we're the technology partner, so we have proven technology that has been used in 10 or more other countries to do similar sorts of pilots. And then again, I think it's our experience, right? The fact that we took the time to sit down with the bank, understand their objectives, and we put together a comprehensive package. So we're helping them with all aspects of the project. The technology is the center, obviously, but we're bringing our experiences.
This is why it's imperative that you do your own research and pay very close attention, because behind the scenes, assets and projects like Ripple XRP, like XLM Stellar, they're the ones laying the foundation, and therefore their prices can't remain dirt cheap. Their price will soar to the moon in the very near future. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, speak, good day, and good night.